Hello, I'm Perry from Rennet and Rind, and you're joining me here from the maturing rooms in Cambridge at Rennet and Rind Cheese Towers. Some people call us that. You would have received one of these, a box from a friend or a gift for yourself, as I say every week. You would have received some nice kind of info. So in your letter, you're going to have tasting notes, so if you don't want to hear me rabble on, a picture of me, which is done by a superb local artist. It's a new thing we're doing. We're reaching out to local artists and saying to them, do something about cheese, and we'll promote you. So this is Joe, absolutely splendid. And then some care notes on how to get the best out of your cheese. But more importantly, you've got your biscuits, they'll go down there, and then you've got your 5 British Artisan cheeses, which I have selected for you this month because I think they're awesome. So cheese changes, loads of different profiles. I am Britain's first entrepreneur of the year, and I've selected these 5 cheeses in the month of May for you to enjoy, because I think they, 1, are amazing, 2, they work really well together, and I think you're going to be really, really happy this month. So let's dive in. Yeah, first cheese up. We have Montgomery's Cheddar. Montgomery, made down in Somerset, one of the most famous British Artisan cheeses. Cheddar, naturally cloth bound, big old will. I don't know if I've got one to hand. Maybe I'll grab one. Here you go. This is kind of what they look like. Big old wills, and you've got a chunk of that straight out of the maturing rooms. I always describe Montgomery's as like a session cheddar. It's nice and easy going. It's a very, very cool cheese. I'm going to lop off the kind of the nose there. I don't care about, what kind of the world says and how you should cut it, but if you want to know, just keep the shape. You want to give someone nose to kind of rind those big kind of flavours. Aroma, really subtle, typically cheddary, more on the creamy side this one. I just opened up a fresh batch that we had this morning, and it smelled phenomenal, like really earthy and just like really real, which was amazing. So let's have a taste. Good texture, smooth, got that degree of chew which I always like, more focus in that savoury element which I like, I always love that. Tang, not so much, that's why we got it at the start. It's nice and easy going for us to kind of pick up the pace of where everything is. So, really nice, no crystalline, quite a younger profile than we're used to, but really pleasant. Good opener because it's so subtle in its complexity. There's a lot going on there, a lot to think about that you can keep on. Huge amounts of longevity, which is amazing. Really, really great cheese. Next cheese we have up is Pecorino Fresco, or Pecorino Young, made by Mario in Yorkshire, Italian, came to Britain, made phenomenal cheese. And this one's really cool. It's kind of what a Pecorino would be if it was young. And I just like that zip of freshness. So we've had quite a degree of savouriness coming in. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of Pecorino that's in there. On the aroma, it's quite milky, quite nutty actually, like in the milky nut, but actually really quite low down. A little bit of kind of zest, more kind of like mushroomy vibe on this nice little rind there it has. Let's have a taste. Really nice texture, dissipates immediately. Really refreshing. Though, got minerality in that, and now that acidity is coming in. So, and this is the reason why we're having it second, and I chose this order for you, because Montgomery's was devoid of that tang, and it's a nice treat to have that. Really moorish, like, as I said, on the palate dissipates, and that mushroom like vibe comes in. Nice little element of bitter. Really, really great cheese. Now the one that your eyes are gravitating to, which I'm going to struggle to cut up. These profiles are a little bit more aged. Mine is, they've been out a while. Mine is really runny, but actually what I was going for, maturation is an exact science. It's a thin chalk line in the middle. So in my profile, oh yes, I do have a degree of it, you can kind of see it there, which is going for a fresher vibe to link in with the Pecorino, and at room temperature to get this unctuous texture. Mushroom, cabbage, salt. Baron Bigod is like the king of British Artisan cheese. It's phenomenal, it's on point, everyone absolutely loves it. And I think everyone's going to love this profile as well. Need not say anymore. Just enjoy that one. Texture is delicious, silky, but with a little bit of chill in it, actually mine has. It kind of gets caught to the gums, which is quite nice. And then that kind of Parmesan saltiness comes in, that cabbage kind of element what you'd expect from more of a camembert than a brie style, but it's there. The mushrooms are pushed down a little bit, and if you get a little bit of that chalkiness that's in there, a little bit of freshness, just as nod to the other cheese that's there. Really nice middle of the road, in the middle, big impactful, we're getting into it kind of cheese. Next cheese we have up, which has some residual matter from the Baron Bigod, is Rachel, made down in Somerset by Roger and his team at White Lake Cheeses. You know, this beautiful, brilliant paste there has this pure, a pure white paste that's in there. A really nice malt covering on the outside, really happy with it. We're hoping, now Rachel is a little bit one-dimensional in terms of where it is, you know, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I need to be really clear, like, everyone thinks complexity equals a great cheese, but simplicity is also nice. But what I'm trying to do is lend some of the properties from the last three cheeses into this. So what I'm expecting is a good elasticity, a good dissipation, linking into kind of most of the other cheeses we have, but providing that real element of kind of sweetness. Let's give it a go. Yeah, and it really does that. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. So we've got a real almond, milky sweetness, a little bit of pepper that's coming in from the rind, because this is a wash rind cheese, so a little bit more peppery than usual. Lovely kind of playful texture, which is great. But with then, and now as you're into this profile, all the other cheese, it becomes something different after you've had it on your palate a while. It becomes very unharnessed, sweet, and like a little bit more roasted in that sweetness. Delicious. Good box. The final cheese up is a fan favourite. Hasn't been in the boxes for a while. This is Beauvale, made by Crockwell Bishop. It's a British Gorgonzola stuff. Look at that texture, how creamy it is. Good covering of blue that's in there. We put these in our rooms for a little bit longer, just to get a little bit of breakdown, and we eke out a little bit more moisture from them as well, to give them a little bit more rigidity rather than that ooze, you know. Aroma, not much going on. It's got that typical bitter, Stilton kind of esque aroma that you associate with blue cheeses, but nothing too powerful over that. What I'm hoping, really clean, mineral, refreshing, cleanse the palate. Let you guys start again. Let's have a taste. It's more powerful than I was expecting. That digestive, which I always get with blues, comes in. That saltiness is there, harking back to that Parmesan kind of fermented kind of vibe that's there. The saltiness is masterfully well balanced. Really moreish. I think you guys are going to love these 5 cheeses. They work so well with each other. It would be hard for me to pick a favourite. I'm leaning towards Monty's, actually. I really like that opener. I really like the way it kind of balances out and it kind of introduces a level of complexity right at the start. I'm kind of known for doing really simple cheeses at the start, but this is a great kind of level of complexity to have. And that's your like 5 British Artisan cheeses. You can sit down, matured, selected, you know, in these rooms, creating profiles that are all different in subtle ways to give an absolutely knockout experience. So I hope you guys all enjoy these 5 cheeses. Remember, leave a review if you really enjoyed the interaction, the tasting notes. We get loads of 5-star reviews. We'd love to have more. It really helps. So give us a shout. So I hope you enjoy May, and I'll see you next month.